peace. Hope all is well. Hope the family having a good day. Hope everything rocking how you need it to rock, I'm doing fine, thank you. But just a thought. I wouldn't call it a gym. If it become a gym, it become a gym, but just a thought. And that's my topic, just a thought. Just a thought. You gotta understand, thought is a creative force. Thought is a creative force. So, people think all the time, right? Whether you're aware of it or not, your brain is always active, is the point. Now, thought is a creative force. People think all the time, right? Here comes reality. Why? Because the brain is constantly creating, whether you're conscious or subconscious. The mind is always creating. Therefore, you always create your reality. Right? Okay. So, if all you know, so to speak, is thought, pretty much, you should really pay attention to what the hell you're thinking about. Being aware of self is very important. When you say, I'm tired, you're separating yourself, right? When I should do this, you're separating yourself. You're creating. All this is creation because your mind is working, your mind is active, your mind is giving you these quote unquote thoughts, perspectives, beliefs, whatever. The mind is thought is a creative force. Your mind is always active. Therefore, you always have some sort of reality. And if it's based off thought, then you really should pay attention to what you give your focus to. I'm just saying. Be aware. That means be aware of what is going on in reality, right? Because no matter how, spiritual or metaphysical you want to get, that's fine and dandy. You're creating that anyway, thought. It's always 24/7. But no matter how you want to cut it, it is what it is, right? So we know when we go outside, for the most part, it should be trees, people, buildings, cars, roads, the quote-unquote normal things of quote-unquote reality, right? Racism, white supremacy, genocide. I'm speaking negative things. Just everything negative. You have to be aware of it. Be aware. If you wanna play the blind eye, out of sight, out of mind game, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't even matter because it'll be there anyway. So I say that to say, there's all these facts. There's a bunch of good shit in the world, people. All that is good. But the point is you have to still be aware that these things exist, right? It is thought. It is focus. It is energy. It is vibration. Now, if we understand that thought is vibration, thought is a creative force. Let me just keep it simple. If thought is a creative force, right? And this is where I get into my perspectives. This is just perspective. If thought is a creative force, which it is, and you have your own reality, I have my own reality, but yet we can experience the same realities, right? Or we can experience the same experiences in separate realities. Like we both can see the stove. We both can see the refrigerator. We both can see the skyscraper. We both can see this tree. We both seen that car. We both seen that cute ass female that walked past. We both seen that. But we have two separate how is this existing? This is my perspective on things. Because I don't have all the answers. I am the answer, but I still don't know myself 100%. So this is perspective. Seeing is thought is a creative force. Focused energy, right? Focused vibration, density, creating reality, right? Well, there's billions of people on this planet. And even for 2-3 seconds, it doesn't matter. If at one point or another in most people's realities, we focus our thought process, our creative thought, that something will be there. Enough people thinking that same thought, giving off that same vibration, frequency, and energy, becomes a part of the all realities of people. You understand what I'm saying? Focused thought, pretty much, by a whole bunch of people or a group of people, becomes reality, physical reality. And this is why we have to be very mindful of what we're thinking about, what we're focusing on, because that focus literally will create your reality. A collective focused thought creates reality continuously. So if I'm looking at a stove and I expect that stove to be there, and you're looking at my kitchen, or we're in the kitchen and you expect that stove to be there, it'll be there. Right? Just collective. That was a small example of the bigger picture of collective focused energy or collective focused thought. Be mindful of what you're thinking about. Be mindful. When you turn a blind eye to shit, you let things fester. When you realize things and you accept those things, you take away that power. You take away the ability for it to fester and create whatever mad creation comes from it. So just be aware of your focused energy, your focused thought, your creative aspect, your creative tool. It's just a thought. I'm just a little bit of insight on how I think, or how I was thinking today. You know? You have to be mindful. You have to know. Not believe. You have to know these things. There's certain facts of life. It is what it is. Can you change certain things? Hell yeah. Do you have the ability to change certain things? Absolutely. But if you're not aware of your thoughts, if you're not aware of your creative power, and you only focus on one particular thought process, understand behind those shadows, so to speak, or that subconscious that is active continuously, things and creations of realities through your creative tool are happening. They're growing, they're festering. So while you're focused on the left, the right comes out of nowhere, and you're stuck there. Like, how could this? Because you weren't aware of the cipher, the full cipher of thought power you have. This makes sense, I think. You know, it's around that time, or I feel like. Let me say that to be specific and put it on me. I feel like we're in a time where slowly, very slowly, people are waking up. People are starting to become self-dependent more entrepreneurship is happening, more collective understanding is happening, like frequencies are connecting. So it's very important that since these things are happening, that the people that are playing part in coming together and waking up and building their foundation of self understand, hey, it's dope that we're going down this road and all, That's fine and dandy. But if you don't have mental discipline, mental awareness, then all the collective unity and energies and all that ain't for shit, but for show. We have to get on the same frequency, we just have to get on the same frequency. But to understand frequency, you have to understand your creative power, your creative tool, so to speak, the mind, and the power of focused thought. I have a video on that, so this is just a dub back on that. We gotta have mental discipline. Understanding we have to have awareness of the all aspect. So, yeah, focus on the positive, but we have to understand the negative sides. We have to understand the pros and the cons, not just pros. Don't nobody want to hear, well, yeah, they do. But it's not beneficial just to hear the roses and rainbows of life. No, you got to hear about the shadows and the demons and the darkness too, man. Because when you come across it, you ain't going to know how to handle it because you don't want to pay attention to it. Yeah. It's not necessarily dwelling on the negative. Not at all, family. Don't ever do that. Be aware that the negative is molding reality as well as the positive. Focus more on positive, but be 100% fully aware of all the negatives, because they create a dynamic with the positive. It's the balance of things. So if you only want to focus on the positive, you're still out of balance. You are still out of balance. It's not about closing your eyes to the negative. It's not about dwelling on the negative. It's not about the negative at all. It's about just understanding the dynamics of balance and how you have to be aware of the negative. You have to understand it. You can't just be like, yeah, you know, all these bad things are around. Oh well. No. It's not. It's about understanding the negative and how they shape, or understanding the negative and understanding the dynamic it plays on your power to create a reality. You dig? It is what it is, family. I'll just be sitting here, you know, smoking a blunt. Read a little bit of my book, and I'm just thinking about shit. So this wasn't planned, or this is just a spur of the moment right now. But it just is actual, you know. They say there's no absolute truth, because things change and evolve, so to speak. But there are facts of life. Factually, if you touch a hot stove, you're gonna get burned. Factual. That's a fact of life, motherfucker. That's an absolute truth. Unless you got that disease where you don't feel shit. But stop being so petty with your technicalities. But honestly, family, we have to be more aware of our creative power. And by creative power, I mean mind, thought. That's exactly what I mean when I say that at all times. Creative power is thought, mind, execution, energy given. It's been factually actually proven. Thought literally is vibrations and frequencies that can be measured to a degree. So you have the power to create things. You have the power to create realities. If you watch my video, The Power of You, I talk about some of that power. This ain't nothing but some shit I wanted to just, you know, drop. That's it. Nothing spectacular, nothing deeply written out and thought out and you know, trying to put it in a presentation form. It's just freestyle off the head about some real shit. Some real shit. Stay active. Your mind is always active, even if you're not aware. That's the point. Even if you're not aware, you're still creating subconsciously. And a lot of times the subconscious feeds the conscious to create what it wants. And we're not aware of that because we're not aware of our power. I don't care who you are or what age, and I'm talking children. Everybody creates. And as far as parents or role models or whatever the fuck you want to be, you're creating realities for young people. You're creating realities for people. It don't matter what age. You are creating realities by what your reality is producing for you. That rubs off on other people. That deals with energies and shit. So just be very aware of your power and what you're creating and the effects it has. Everything is dynamics. So when you focus on both dynamics of positive and negative, you're balanced. When you're focused on the impact that your reality has on you and as well as others, that's balance. Everything is balance. Everything is dynamics. I mean, everything has what's the word? Correct me in the comments. I think it's polarity, duality, or polarity, or both. So just be aware of your creative power. Be very aware, fully aware on every aspect. You have to dissect every aspect. That's all I want to say, man. I'm done. You know, have a good day. Continue to have a good day. Appreciate you stopping by. If you see this, I appreciate you stopping by. And for the people who won't see this, I wish you well, G. I wish you well. Much love, family. Peace.